Begin by attaching the laser profiler to the transporter. Press the button in the back of the laser profiler to turn on the ring laser. Deploy the transporter into the manhole, starting at your zero footage. Do a full inspection on your way out. At this time, you don't have to worry about light intensity on the inspection run out of the ring laser. Focus more on the inspection itself. When you reach the end of the pipe or your destination, tune the lights to amplify the ring laser. The transporter is going to have some auto gain compensation, so you're going to want to tweak the light intensity on the way back of the retrieve. The retrieval is where the processing is going to take place. Once you're ready to begin the retrieval, retrieve at a slow rate of pace as seen in the video. Make sure at this point that you're not moving the camera around. Keep it in the home position. Bring the transporter all the way back to the beginning of the run. When you're done, do not stop the recording. Keep the recording rolling. Pull the camera out of the manhole. Place your transporter on a flat surface and add the calibration stick. After you capture the calibration stick in the recording, you can stop and jump back into the software tool. In the software tool, you're going to want to close your video preview. Go to your extended modules. And in this case, we're going to use the WinCan laser scan. You're going to get the three different options for a ring laser. That's the one we're going to choose. The first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to start with your raw video. You want to go to the end of your video where you have your calibration stick. Pause the video in that position and go to your calibration. There's a couple different ways to calibrate. You're going to want to select Allow Edit. Your first rings are 200 millimeters out, where the black rod meets the yellow. And then each interval is 100 millimeters. So as you can see in the picture here, you have 200 millimeters selected. These are your first rings. You can go up and down to change the diameter. You also want to have your rings centered. You can see the cursors going left and right. First thing you're going to want to do is get this right on the center of your hardware. Then we're going to expand this range to line up with the intersecting of the black and the yellow ring. You can turn these on and off by selecting and adjust the pixel width as seen. You can save this as a new calibration. We'll call this 6-inch test 2 and save. Close that window out, and now we're going to start beginning and end of run. So we're going to slide this here. You can watch the video preview in the upper left update. We want to set this time where you begin the run. Once you have where you begin your laser profiling, click on your start time. This is now where the video or the scan is going to start. And then we're going to do the stop time. Slide this to the end of the run. And hit end time. Now your duration is set. You're going to want to go to your scan settings at this point. There's a variety of tools in the settings. With this piece of hardware and it mounted on the bottom of the camera and presumably a water level in the pipe, you're going to want to cancel out any data in the bottom of the pipe where the water line is. For the example's sake, we're going to set our first clock angle for 6 o'clock at a 45 degrees. You can raise and lower this with the cursor. You can adjust how often you're going to take your scan steps. You can take one at every centimeter up to about a foot. For this example, we're going to run a scan every 20 centimeters. You can show your processing image. These bars are your minimums and maximums where you're going to be able to grab the ring laser for the processing. You can raise and lower these to catch it at a farther diameter. In this example, we're going to set the minimum radius at 30% and the max at 75%. You can turn your info of your image on and off. You can see the data up in the upper left and right of the screen, turn on and off. You can remove your graphics or turn them on. These dots are where you're capturing the ring laser. You can raise and lower your threshold in different portions of the pipe. It's going to be important to adjust this value. If you have different sections or different shades of pipe colors, you're going to want to go a couple different spots in the pipe to make sure you're capturing an accurate ring. As you can see in this section, there's a red glow in this region here where it's trying to capture the outside. On the retrieval, you can raise and lower your light intensity to help with the glow of the pipe. You also still want to capture this ring. In this section, we're going to lower your threshold And you can see now that your dots are on the laser ring. You're going to want to do this at a few different sections in the pipe to ensure that you're capturing your ring in any color intensity. Before you start your scan, my recommendation is to review the entirety of your start to end time that was captured. Once you're satisfied with the amount of data points, your step distances, you can pause, close out your properties, bring your cursor all the way to the beginning, and click Start Scan. The scan will take longer or shorter depending on how many data points you're trying to capture. When the scan is complete, it's going to bring up your report. In the report, you can adjust your ovality limit, and it's going to regenerate your report based on what the threshold of the ovality is. You can turn on ovality, diameter, and capacity of the pipe. You have the ability to adjust your units in meters and feet. The report's going to give you a screen capture at each point where the pipe is out of ovality. There is going to be some outliers in the report where the data points weren't captured perfect. But you can see in the report here how the pipe differs throughout the inspection. You can go through your pages, find all those data points. In the report, you're also going to see a graph of your minimum and maximum radius of the pipe over the duration of the scan. You're also going to be able to get a 3D model of your pipe. You can see in the model, there's some different color coordinations. You can adjust your minimum and maximum color levels. You can see the red spots where the volume is greater, green spots where it's less. And you can always go back and adjust your scan settings and or calibration and rerun the scan.